So my name is Priyam. I am working as a technical lead in IT, having total experience of 11 years. And if you ask me my relevant experience, it's around 7 years into this Azure data engineering with Databricks field. So my technology also includes Azure Data Factory, Databricks, SQL, Power BI. So totally into this Azure data engineering work related to this Azure platform. Okay. So my total teaching experience 5 years into this data engineering only. So that's all about myself. Now coming to the training session. Okay. So this is the course module. Now in this module, what we are going to cover is these are the important topics that we are going to cover. Okay. So we have the Apache Spark using Python that we call it as PySpark. Now we have the Azure Data Lake Storage, Azure SQL Database, Azure Data Factory, and Azure Databricks. Okay. Now, if you say that you want to learn solely the Azure Databricks, okay, so it will be a little bit difficult for to learn Databricks alone because when we are learning the Databricks as a data engineer, so there are few other services provided by the Azure is really very important to understand because there are different integrations related things, okay, which are required to know. Okay, that's where we fall over here. So now going through the during the session, I will give you the understanding and implementation how this things are really important and how they are interlinked with the Databricks. Now, for the time being, let's understand and go through each of the topics in details. Now, in our module 0, first we are going to start with the Apache Spark. Okay. So this Apache Spark is actually the data processing framework and it's very booming in current market because of its faster data processing feature and lots of other features as well. Here we are going to talk about importantly the Spark data frame, Spark SQL, how we can read files into data frames and do data processing. We have different how Spark is capable of scaling large workloads. Then we have the performance tuning, like configuration wise and optimization wise. Okay. Before I go into other modules, let me clarify you this as well that my course content is designed in such a way that it contains 10 to 20% of the theory sections. Okay. Rest all contains the live coding section. That means I'll be creating the code in front of you and I'll be explaining you. Nothing like predefined set of queries or code I'm going to just show you and explain you. Nothing like that. Okay. Now, the next thing is that the introduction to big data and Azure Data Factory. I'll be helping you to create the Azure portal individually for all of you. Okay. Step by step and help you to go through our tour guide on how we work in the Azure portal, what all features are there, how we can manage our Azure portal, how we can manage the cost, how we can create alerts when that cost is going to reach the limit. Everything I am going to help you on that part. Next, we are going to talk about the core concepts of Azure Data Factory with practical examples like link services, dataset activities. We are going to create different pipelines, real-time scenarios, and those we are going to schedule it automatically using these triggers. Have different type of fires and data flows. So all we are going to discuss in that. We are going to see that figuring the Azure Data Lake Storage. So Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2 is the storage unit in present in Azure. So we are going to work on that Azure Data Lake Storage. We are going to store our data files and we are going to do the data processing using ETL process. Okay. Next, we are going to create our Databricks cluster. Then we integrate Databricks with our ADF. Okay. So then we have the like data copy and integration in ADF only, how we can create our blob to blob, SQL to blob, all these things. Then we have the monitoring in ADF, how we can monitor our data pipelines. Okay. We have the CDC and incremental load, which is really very important to understand. Okay. Then we have the triggers that I told you, that how we can create our pipelines automatically. Now, why this ADF is important to understand? Because in the ETL process, okay, so as a data engineer, we need to perform the ETL process. Now, when you say the ETL process, that means the data will come from certain source and you need to pull those files or data and then store into some intermediate layer, and then from that intermediate layer you need to again pull the data and process it, and then ultimately transform it and load it into the data warehouse. Now when you are pulling the data from the source, so there play ADF plays the major important role. Okay, that's why we are required to know the ADF part. Okay, so ADF plays the important role in the extraction of the data. Now coming to the transformation and loading. So there plays the important part is Azure Databricks. Okay. So that is how we are required to know how ADF and Databricks plays the important role in our ETL process as a data engineer. Okay. So that's why I said only learning Databricks will not help you in your journey. Okay. So learning ADF will give you a broader environment, okay, broader skill to excel in the market. Now coming to your Databricks is, I will give you the overview of Databricks. What are the features, advantages of Databricks? We'll discuss about the Databricks architecture, how we can create and manage our workspaces. So the data management, next comes the data management in Databricks. We are going to talk about database tables, Hive table, Unity catalog, governance and access management. All will be in the practical sections. So another important thing over here is we are going to have two setup of Databricks. Okay. One is the Databricks that is integrated with the Azure platform, and another will be the free edition of Databricks. So whatever code that we are going to practice, whatever Spark code that we are going to learn, okay, so those we are going to do into the free edition of Databricks. Okay, it's all, the features are 80 to 90% similar, few things are different. Okay, I will also tell you what is the difference between the Databricks integrated with Azure and the Databricks as a free edition. Now why we are going to learn both of them? Because Databricks is very costly. Okay, because it runs on Apache Spark cluster. So to practice our code, okay, on the Databricks integrated with Azure will cost you very high. Okay, it may go up to 10 to 20,000 per month. So to overcome that, the Databricks itself has introduced this free edition, which we are going to use and use it for our learning purpose. Now, the Databricks integrated with Azure platform, so that we are going to learn it for the integration purpose. Okay, that how we can do the integration, not for running any code. Okay, so that's how we will go throughout this course, and I will also help you how you can manage your cost. Okay, now The next thing is the Delta Lake. This is one of the very important feature in Databricks, like how you are storing your data. So how we can achieve ACID transactions, time travel, data versioning, how we can optimize and manage our storage with Delta Lake. All will be coming in this portion. Apart from this, there are few things as well which are not mentioned over here. So that is the magic comments. So magic comments, then learning with DB utils features. So those also I'll be covering, okay, in this Databricks module. So when I will start the Databricks, you will understand what extra things I am covering apart from this, the modules that are not mentioned over here. Okay. Next important thing is the real-time stream processing. So that is called the structured stream files. Okay. So we are going to understand and learn how we can process our real-time structured streaming files. And we are going to build the scalable streamlined pipelines into this Databricks. Okay, and we will learn how we can integrate with ADF for real-time data pipelines. Okay, and at the end we have the ADF and Databricks integration, setting up like ADF Databricks integration, running Databricks notebook from ADF, scheduling and monitoring Databricks job from ADF. So all will be falling under this Databricks. So by the end of this module 13, you can understand that why ADF and Databricks work together. Okay. So all that important features that comes under ADF and Databricks will be covered in this total 13 module with the live practical coding section. Okay. Now, one between these 13 modules, I will be providing you tasks. Okay, small tasks I'll be providing you, and you need to complete it and submit it to me on the next day. Okay, so there are a couple of lists of tasks are there which I'm going to share you in PDF version. Okay, and you need to complete that in your own personal account. So once we complete this, okay, then comes the real-time project implementation. So it is an end-to-end data warehouse ETL project using the medallion architecture. Okay. So the why I am saying the medallion architecture, you can understand that we are going to talk about the bronze layer, transform layer, that is the silver layer, and the gold layer. Okay. So what will be your role and my role in this real world project implementation? So this is the thing that uh, whatever topics I am covering in the 13 modules, all will be like covered individually or separately. Now in this real world project implementation, you need to merge all those features as a whole and implement this real cells lakehouse project. Okay, so it will be your real time project implementation. Now my role will be as I'll be monitoring, or I'll be helping you, guiding you throughout this entire course. Okay, I'll not be implementing this real world project implementation. You all need to implement the same thing into your own cloud platform. Okay. So by doing this, you will be able to understand the end-to-end flow, how you are pulling the data using the ADF pipeline. Okay. As a source, how you are using the Databricks to transform the data, how you are using Databricks to load the data. Okay, I will definitely guide you. If you face any challenges, I'll be there to help you, but I am not going to create it for you. Okay, you will need to create it by your own. So that is how the real world project implementation will be.